Hello! Today we will explore two important physics ideas, frame of reference and material point. Physics helps us understand how the world moves, like these planets orbiting in space. It's all about motion. But before we study motion, we need a frame of reference. A frame of reference is the point from which we observe motion. Imagine you are standing on the ground watching a car move. The car moves past you from left to right. From your point of view, the car is moving. But what if you sit inside the car? Wow, this is fast. Now the car feels still and the road seems to move. This is the power of a frame of reference. The car is moving forward at a steady speed, but from inside it feels completely stationary. In physics, we choose a frame that makes calculations easier. Often, the Earth is used as our frame of reference. But sometimes we choose a moving frame. Like on this train, our velocity is relative to the ground. Welcome to my train laboratory. Let's see these equations in action. Observe the velocity and displacement. He can perform experiments as if the train is not moving. See? The ball falls straight down. This idea was very important for Galileo. Behold, his holographic portrait. It shows his genius and discoveries. Galileo explained that motion depends on the observer. Let's see how these objects rotate from different perspectives. Now, let's move to another important concept. The concept of a material point. This glowing dot represents it perfectly. It's a point with mass but no size. A material point is an object whose size we ignore. Watch this large object shrink into a small point.
For example, when we study the motion of a car, we usually ignore the exact size of the car, but watch as it turns into a small dot.
Instead, we imagine the car as a single point. This point carries the mass of the object. But its shape and size are ignored. Why do physicists do this? Because it makes calculations easier.
Many real objects move like points when distances are large.
Look, an airplane in the sky. See its trail as it flies? What a fun ride! From far away, it looks like a tiny moving dot. The same idea works for planets. In astronomy, planets are often treated as material points. Watch as these planets turn into small orbiting dots. This helps scientists predict motion. Watch as these glowing lines show the orbits. They reveal the paths of the planets and calculate trajectories. Like this. A perfect curve. For example, when launching satellites, the rocket launches with a big boom, then the satellite orbits Earth. And that's science. The satellite can be treated as a material point. Even though the real satellite has size, here's the real satellite orbiting Earth. And this tiny dot is the model. This simplification is very powerful. It allows us to focus on motion. Instead of complicated shapes, a simple glowing point. Now let's combine both ideas, the frame of reference and the material point. Together, every motion needs a frame of reference. Like this coordinate grid, it shows how things move. See, it's all relative, and every moving object can be modeled as a material point. Together, they form the basis of mechanics. Mechanics studies motion. From falling apples
To moving galaxies. Missed all motion follows physical laws. Behold, Newton's laws of motion. And physics helps us understand them.
So remember two key ideas. The first is right here, and the second is this. This is a coordinate grid. It shows a frame of reference. From here, we can see how positions change. Material point, a zero-dimensional object with mass. It moves through our coordinate system. These ideas simplify the world and help scientists predict motion. From cars, moving car example, to rockets, and even planets.
Physics connects everything. Once you understand the basics,
the universe becomes easier to understand. Physics always begins with simple ideas. When we observe motion, we must choose a frame of reference. Like this glowing XYZ grid in space, frame tells us how objects move. The green Y arrow is for upward, and Z is right. Different observers may see motion differently. I see the ball moving left. I see the ball moving right. But the laws of physics stay the same. Next comes the idea of a material point. An object becomes a simple point in our model. Scientists use this idea everywhere, like in cars, airplanes, and even planets. They all turn into moving dots. From cars on Earth, look, there it is! Wow, a real car! It's moving so fast! 2 rockets in space!
And even planets orbiting stars.
Physics helps us understand these motions. Watch as I draw orbital paths. See how physics connects it all. With simple models and powerful ideas. Let's explore the spark of physics. Frame of reference. It's the point from which we observe motion. This grid helps us measure position and speed.
material point.
Together, they build the foundation of mechanics. Understanding motion is the first step in physics. And the journey of science continues.
Keep exploring physics.